This video will be a full tour and documentation of this 2010 Dodge Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab.
This Ram 1500 is painted in bright silver metallic.
It does have chrome mirror caps and door handles. It does appear to have aftermarket taillights and headlights. The front door panels do have storage areas. It does have a premium Alpine sound system. Another storage area right here. And of course, you get power windows, door locks, and mirrors.
This one has the dark slate gray interior with leather seat upholstery.
Both of the front seats have full power adjustments, and the driver's one also has two-person memory settings. And by the way, this thing has quite the exhaust on it as well. On the key, you've got the buttons for panic, unlock, lock, along with remote start.
The Dodge Ram dates back to 1981 when the first generation debuted as a refreshed Dodge D-Series. It has since become extremely popular and it's proven to be a formidable competitor to the trucks from Ford and General Motors. Now, the Ram is currently in its 5th generation as of the making of this video. Around 2011, Dodge and Ram officially became two separate makes, so ever since then, the Ram pickup has simply been branded as a Ram and no longer a Dodge Ram. Now this 2010 model we have here represents the 4th generation of the Ram pickup, which made its debut for the 2009 model year initially as the 2009 Ram 1500. Although the Ram was completely redesigned for its 5th generation for 2019, the outgoing 4th generation Ram is actually still being produced in half-ton form as of 2022, with the name Ram 1500 Classic. Now things were quite confusing at first with the Dodge and Ram brand split, so I'll go ahead and explain that in a caption that you can pause and read right now. But the 4th generation Ram debuted, as mentioned before, for 2009 as the Ram 1500, with the 4th generation 2500 and 3500 arriving for 2010, and the Gen 4, 4500, and 5500 chassis cabs for 2011. Throughout its run, the 4th generation Ram pickup has gotten some numerous year-to-year changes to ensure it's still up to date. The most substantial of these updates I'd say was the one it got for 2013, which gave it some cosmetic enhancements inside and out, new features, and some changes to the engine and transmission lineup. Anyhow, back to the 2010 Ram 1500. Available body styles include regular cab, quad cab, and crew cab like this one. Trim levels for the 2010 Ram 1500 include ST, SLT, TRX, TRX4, Sport, and the range-topping Laramie like the one we have here. 3 different engines are offered depending on the configuration. Said engines included the base 3.7-liter V6 with 215 horsepower, the mid-range 4.7-liter V8 with 310 horsepower, and the top-of-the-line 5.7-liter Hemi V8 with 390 horses. This one has the 5.7-liter Hemi, and peeking under the hood of this particular truck, I'd say it's making even more than 390 horsepower. The V6 models have a 4-speed automatic transmission, while V8s are equipped with a 5-speed auto. Drivetrain options include either rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Competition for this truck included other half-tons like the Ford F-150, the Silverado and Sierra 1500 from GM, the Toyota Tundra, and the Nissan Titan. In Dodge's 2010 pickup truck lineup, the half-ton Ram 1500 slots between the mid-size Dakota and the 3/4-ton Ram 2500.
So the instrument cluster houses 6 analog gauges. You've got your tachometer and speedometer, your fuel gauge and temperature gauge, as well as your charging voltage meter and oil pressure gauge. Front and center is a digital information display which can be controlled via the controls on the front of the steering wheel. With this button you can go between odometer, trip A and trip B, along with your timer. It has a 4-spoke design, leather-wrapped, multifunctional steering wheel. There are grips all around the rim. And as for controls, on the front are your controls for information display. The spokes, you've got your seat track and volume controls for the radio. Also coming out of the steering wheel is your cruise control stalk. And this is a tilt steering wheel. Here you've also got the controls for your power adjustable pedals. The vehicle's parking brake is foot operated. Right here, your headlight controls, air vent for the driver, grab handles on the A-pillars, and right here is your high beam, turn signal, and wiper stalk. Going down the center of the interior, got a little tiny storage tray up top. This one has been fitted with an aftermarket Pioneer touchscreen head unit. Air vents on either side. In the center here you have your tow haul mode toggle button, traction control toggle button, hazard light button, and you also got your parking sensor button, along with the button whether or not you want power going to the household style power outlet. On either side you've got a household style power outlet, and on this side you've got your 4-wheel drive controls. Below that are all the controls for your dual zone automatic climate control, and below that are the controls for your 2-stage heated and cooled front seats, along with the button for your heated steering wheel. Bit of storage right here. Now it doesn't have a backup camera, but when you put it in reverse, the side view mirrors automatically tilt down. Behind the gear shifter, a little bit of storage. Next to it you got 2 cup holders, more storage. There's the remote for the aftermarket head unit. You've also got a traditional car power outlet, more storage, and you've also got a 2-tier center console. In the upper tier is another power outlet. Upper and lower glove boxes. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors and lights. Auto-dimming rear view mirror. And on the overhead console, got your overhead lighting, garage home link, as well as the controls for your power rear window. Here's the aftermarket Pioneer head unit. Got this customization, which is pretty nice. Change the color of the illumination. Change the color of the screen itself. Anyways, we'll go ahead and roll down the driver's window. Both front windows are fully automatic. And have a look at the engine bay.
Standard on the Laramie are these 20-inch, 6-spoke, chrome-clad alloy rims. So powering this Ram 1500 is the top engine for 2010, the 5.7-liter Hemi V8. It's normally naturally aspirated with 390 horsepower. However, as you can see, this one has been upgraded with an aftermarket supercharger, a ProCharger P1SC1 to be exact. And if I'm not mistaken, this unit is capable of adding over 130 horsepower to this truck. I bet this thing is quite the sleeper. This engine is paired to a 5-speed automatic transmission with a manual mode, and this truck is 4-wheel drive. It has a short and long arm independent front suspension and a solid axle multi-link rear setup with coil springs. Disc brakes are found at all 4 corners. And as for curb weight, it actually varies quite a lot depending on the configuration.
As you saw earlier, the fuel cap is located on the driver's side. The rear door panels also offer storage areas. There are storage compartments below the back seats. Both of the front seat backs do have storage pockets. Also grab handles on the B-pillars. Coat hooks on the back. I apologize, the lens is still kind of dirty. You got your rear air vents, and you've even got 2-stage heated back seats. Also a power outlet, 2 cup holders, and a folding center armrest with 2 more cup holders. Someone who's about roughly 6 foot. The front seat is actually all the way back. The seat base is. It could be reclined a little bit more, but I still have sufficient leg room. My legs are not cramped. Pretty close to the back seat, but you know, it's pretty comfortable back here. I also have pretty decent headroom. Crew cab pickups tend to be some of the most spacious vehicles ever in terms of back seat room, at least from my experience, besides, you know, limos and whatnot. Dual exhaust.
The bed of the 1500 crew cab offers 50.3 cubic feet of cargo space.
Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2010 Dodge Ram 1500. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.